Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we're going to take a look at Thermaltake's really cool Toughram RGB. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so today we're going to take a look at the Thermaltake Toughram RGB. Now this is available in two different colours. You've got the black or white option. The one we've got today is the white version, but you can also get the black, like I said. So if you've got a monochrome setup and you just want to add a little bit of RGB bling to it, this is going to be absolutely perfect. Now the Thermaltake Toughram is pretty much well known throughout the industry of looking the absolute dog's Wotsits. So if you want to get some of this and make your system look really nice, you can do very easily and very cheaply. And there's a wide range of specifications from DDR3200 all the way up to the heady heights of 4400, and possibly as the time goes on that will increase as memory technology increases. So no matter what system you've got, you can find these specifically for your particular system. So the sample we've got today for review is the DDR4 4000 MHz. This is a 2x8GB kit, so 16 gigabytes in total, and this has a limited lifetime warranty. Now this particular one, like I said, 4000 MHz, 3200 MHz would be better off if you're maybe on a slightly older setup with your Ryzens, maybe if you're on a B450 chipset, that kind of thing. That is something you do have to take into consideration when purchasing RAM these days. So if you're looking to get the full speeds out of this RAM, and just by flicking on the XMP profile on your motherboard, then make sure that your motherboard actually supports those memory speeds. I quite often get questions asked, can I use 3600 RAM in my B450 motherboard? And the answer generally is no. You can't use it at that particular speed, but generally you can get them to underclock and run underneath their rated speeds and actually maybe tighten up the timings a little bit to get a little bit more performance, but not quite the same frequency. So let's take a look at the packaging first of all. As you can see from the front here, the packaging looks really smart. You've got the Thermaltake branding, Toughram RGB, pretty much does what it says on the tin. One thing to look at, which is a really nice little feature, is the Thermaltake software offerings. So you can control both the RGB functions and other things you can monitor, but you can also use things like Alexa and things like that to actually get control out of your RAM. Thermaltake is one of those companies that have really gone to town on the whole RGB creation and control software. So there's loads and loads of different apps you can use to suit your particular personal tastes. Moving around onto the back of the box, it goes through some of the features and talks about the Thermaltake RGB Plus software that you can use, and also that it's compatible with other softwares such as the Asus Aurora, the Gigabyte RGB Fusion 2.0, and also the MSI Mystic Sync. I do believe this works also with the ASRock system, but they haven't actually put it on here. But again, generally this will work with most motherboards. So the version we've got today to take a look at is DDR4 4000, like I said. So it's a CL19 set, and the ratings on this particular set are 19, 23, 23, 42. That is one of the things which is a slight downside if you're actually planning to buy these from the Thermaltake's website. They don't actually go into details on the actual timings in great detail. They give you the initial timing, but that is pretty much it. They do use hand-picked ICs from SK Hynix, so they are of a very high quality, just you may find that sometimes the actual CAS latencies are a little bit lower than you'd expect. But having said that, I have watched a couple of review videos from Kit Guru, and they took a look at these, and they actually tested them against some of the other bigger brands, and actually, even though there is a very small latency deficit, these do perform exceptionally well. So let's take them out of the box and see what we actually get. So there you go, there is the two RAM sticks. Now these are matched pairs straight out of the box, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. And like I said, most of the time you can just put these in your system. As long as your motherboard supports the frequencies, you can just flick on the XMP profile and they'll dial in the settings straight away. So you don't have to go fumbling around in your BIOS trying to get the settings to actually work out of the box. Now, the RAM sticks come individually and they are wrapped with this kind of protective coating. There is a mirror-like finish on the metal bits, which hopefully are coming out nicely on the camera. The actual metal part of the RAM, or the RAM heatsink, in this one is like a satin matte white. If you're going for the black version, it's almost like a brushed aluminium finish with a black tint to it. The top section here is a nice opaque coating over the RGB LEDs. There are 5 individually addressable LEDs in these RAM sticks, and because the diffuser is quite thick, it actually blends in really nicely, as hopefully you've seen from some of the B-roll we've already shown you. So as a matching set of RAM sticks, I think these look absolutely fantastic. Again, depending on your build setup, you can go for the black or the white. But I think either way, they actually look really nice. And generally when they're in your motherboard, all you're going to see is the RGB and the kind of the front side of the RAM sticks. So color-wise is not really going to be a massive issue. And actually, one thing I did find looking into this, if you look at some of the prices on both Amazon and also Thermaltake's site, you can find the white sticks actually retail slightly cheaper. And in some places, like eBuyer in the UK, I've actually found the white ones to actually be considerably cheaper. So definitely worth checking out. We will put some affiliated links in the video description so you can check out the prices in your region. But actually the price-wise as well, these do come in at very, very competitive prices. Now I have checked these today. This is the 4000 megahertz set, as I've said, and these retail at the moment from eBuyer around about £100, which I think is actually fantastic value for money. You do have to pay a little bit of postage on top of that, about £4, so taking it to about 105. But for 16 gigs of DDR 4000 RAM, I think that's a really good price. So I've already tried these in my X570 chipset motherboard, which is the Asus Tough Gaming, and they worked absolutely no problems at all. Although I did find a slight issue where it was registering the CAS latency actually in CPU-Z as 20 rather than 19, but in the BIOS it did register as 19, so not too sure what was going on there, but they still did perform absolutely fantastically. No problems with the performance at all. But probably the burning question for a lot of you is, maybe you want to invest in faster megahertz RAM now for your existing system so that when you upgrade your system, you can just swap the RAM out and enjoy those faster speeds. So will these actually work in an older board? So I'm going to stick them in my B450 Gaming X from Gigabyte, which is in the PC behind me, and we'll see what speeds we can actually get out of them. Okay, so we've got the RAM installed, and originally it went into XMP profile and it went to DDR3200, which is not great. We wanted a bit more than that, especially something a little bit closer to the 4000, which we potentially could get. Now, I've got into DDR3600, which is actually quite a significant overclock, especially for this motherboard, B450 Gaming X. Really, it supports about 35, 33, if you're lucky, with decent RAM. So to get 3600, I haven't tried much higher than that. I will have a little play of it, see what I can get out of it. But I think they'll probably dial in the settings and maybe tweak a little bit more of it. So we could actually get quite close to that magical 4000 megahertz from the B450 chipset. So if that is a concern of yours, should be absolutely fine. So let's take a little look on the computer, and I'll show you the RAM itself in a little bit more detail, and also look at the speed settings that I've managed to get, and look at some of the RGB control. So this is the Thermaltake site, and you can see the RAM there. So you've got the black version or you've got the white version, which is an option. And like I said, you've got options for DDR3200 all the way up to the 4400 there, as you can see. So if you want to go for that, you can do. And it does give you some really nice pictures of what it can look like in your system. So looking at prices, at the moment on ebuyer.com, which is a UK-based site, this is all the Tough RAM. And you can see there's various different speeds and frequencies, but the one that we're using is this one down here, which is the Thermaltake Toughram RGB, 16 gig, 2x8, 4000 MHz, CL19. And as you can see at the moment, £107.55, which I think is actually really, really good value for money. And as you can see, there are other options. So if you wanted to go for a slightly slower set, then you can do £94. Again, that's running at our DDR3600, which we've managed to get out of our B450 chipset. So potentially you could save a little bit of money, just over £10, if you wanted to go for the slightly slower set, if you are running a B450 chipset. But if you want to have a little bit of flexibility and maybe tweak it a little bit to try and get those settings, you can pay a little bit more and get a little bit more, as is normally the case. Now, it goes equally for if you want to go up to the 4400 megahertz, then you can do that again. Spend a little bit more, although you do get decreasing kind of benefits from there. So you get extra 400 megahertz on the RAM for what is an extra £20, whereas if you go from the 3200 up to the 4000, then it costs you about £10 for a similar jump. So it is a decreasing thing as you go higher up the range, but again, choose whichever one suits your particular build. And if for some reason you don't like the RGB at all, then you can just go for the Tough RAM in white or a plain version, and you can still save a little bit of money. There we've got the 4000 megahertz one there for £100, so you could save yourself roughly about £10. And as it says there, for all these, they are XMP 2.0 ready, so if you want to use it from an Intel system you can do, or a Ryzen system, the choice is absolutely yours. So going back to our RGB, so at the moment I've got it set up with our RGB LED software, the Gigabyte software. Not the most flexible piece of software, but you can always install the Thermaltake software if you wish to, which we'll do in a minute. But as you can see, you've got the default options, which is the color cycle, which is running currently. You can do the double flash, defaults, all those kinds of things. You can choose pretty much what you want from in that. So it will work with individual RGB solutions, or preferably you can use the RGB setup from Thermaltake. So looking at the speeds in CPU-Z, as you can see, there is the RAM, and just so you know, it is actually that. You can see here, so it's the Thermaltake SK Hynix, and there's the model numbers, part numbers, etc. And as you can see, it can do an XMP up to 4000, or at 2000 megahertz, CL19 with a RAS of 23, and a TRAS of 42. So if you want to, you could always just write down those settings and then go into your BIOS and try and manually put those settings in to try and get the maximum speeds out of it, if for some reason your motherboard doesn't support those speeds. So that is always an option. So let's have a quick look at the Thermaltake software. Okay, so this is the Thermaltake software, which you can download and install, and you can control the RAM. Now, as you can see immediately, you get so much more control over your RAM lighting here. And you can go in, you can choose various things like flow, RGB spectrum, radar, heartbeat, all these kinds of things. You can choose and customize to your heart's content. You can actually save individual profiles as well if you wanted to. So you can save them and do whatever you want. Or alternatively, you can turn the whole lot off, click apply, and it will turn itself off and you have no RGB. But where's the fun in that? Also built in things, you've got notifications, so you can have all the LEDs go to red if there's more than a certain load on the CPU, get it to shut down, all that kind of stuff if you wanted to use that. And also you've got options for auto updates and minimize after startup, all those kinds of usual things. So pretty decent. It gives you information as well, so it tells you your RAM load. So at the moment we're loaded at 4 gigs of our 16 gigs, which is pretty decent. It tells you frequency, etc. And yeah, temperatures seem to be pretty good. And yeah, at the moment it's we're still running at DDR3600, give or take a few megahertz. Oh yeah, pretty decent overall. So yeah, that is the software if you choose to install it. Okay, so there you go. There has been a brief overlook of the Thermaltake Toughram. What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments section below. I'll be interested to see what your opinions are. This for me is hits a pretty good sweet spot price-wise and performance-wise. Very similar in performance to the G-Scale RAM, the very popular G-Scale RAM, which you can get. And actually, even though it isn't Samsung B-Die, which a lot of people do crave for, the performance is actually very, very close. Again, if you want to see some of the performance metrics, I'll put some links to a video below which you can check out, and they went into some great depth on this. So yeah, very, very close indeed. Excellent price, excellent quality, looks amazing. What more could you ask for? Well, I suppose it could always be cheaper. Anyway, there you go. That has been the Thermaltake Toughram RGB. I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.